Hello, how are you? I've got about 4 minutes to make a video, so I think I'm gonna spew this out really quick, like literally 4 minutes. It's ridiculous, but whatever. I haven't made a video in a really long time, and I don't remember what I promised to make my last video about, but I'm just gonna hop on the train. This is 40 concepts for 3D people. The next concept I'm going to be talking about is Runic Humming. It can be known as Galdring if you're using it to imbue objects. So essentially it's all based on resonance. Using the mouth and the human body to create a resonance, because essentially, okay, say I was going to take, this is my trusty dusty book, say I was going to take a knife and I was going to abrade the surface of this. When you're like cutting a surface, cutting a rune into a surface or something like that, you have the opportunity to essentially hum in a frequency into the surface. Because you're abrading it, you're disturbing its atomic matter essentially. So at that point, while everything's settling in and being exposed at that point in time, you've got a very good chance to imbue it with a certain vibration. There's been research done on this, for example, with water. I can't remember, some Chinese, Japanese guy. He did this in a different form, just straight thought form. Vibration is much more powerful than thought form, in my opinion anyways. Where you would think positive thoughts at water, and the positive thoughts would actually crystallize inside of the water. You'd get a six-sided crystalline form inside of the water, whereas if you were to think negative thoughts at it, well, negative thoughts are very murky. They're like an oxide essentially. They don't have a definite crystalline form, therefore there is no formation. I know it sounds a little bit ridiculous that love is the best frequency, but to be honest, it's just consequential. It just so happens that love falls upon that resonance, because it's one of the things that the heart responds the most greatly to, that the heart generates the most greatly. So anyways, I'm going to just hop into an example of Galdr. This is it's a B sound, and it's generated by buzzing your lips. It sounds a little bit ridiculous, but essentially the goal, you'll start feeling an intense vibration through your inner ear. And standing, which I do suggest you do, you feel it vibrating right down through your shin bones even, right down to your feet. It's wonderfully grounding. So, I'm just going to start. So, lips together, take a deep breath. Okay, so that's essentially how it's going to sound. You're going to feel the vibration in your inner ear. Sometimes it'll stop you and shake you a little bit, but I highly suggest you push through it and just continue. I have read some articles talking about overstimulation, which is a little bit exciting for me, because if anything can overstimulate you in an unpleasant manner, it means that you're vibrating your particles hard enough that they're actually opening up to a new energy, and that uncomfortability is a vibrational stability that you're not used to. So essentially through Galdr and through Runic Humming, you essentially raise your own vibration. This can open you up to slightly new perception. It's one of the keys to getting going on auric vision, things like that. So essentially there are many good sites to figure out different hums and different like H's and U sounds. Like, I'm not sure if I can do it right now. I tend to, after I do the B, I have a hard time doing the other ones, but I'll see. Actually, the more you can slow down the tone, the more you can get going in there, the better, because it'll stimulate you a lot more. So essentially, yes, these can help open you up to new perception, helps to open the body up to higher vibration. It actually allows you to learn a bit more about your subtle energy patterns, because in that you excite your subtle energy patterns. Actually, that was one of the first ways that I got a better conscious grasp of what's called the microcosmic orbit. If you look up any works by Montauk Chia, he talks about that a lot. Yes, I'm sorry, this video is quite brief. I usually go on for quite a bit longer. Important cues for things other than the bee. Keep your chin down. It really helps. It helps. As you can tell, it drops the voice a bit. It really helps to hit the lower, really choppy note. That it really helps to vibrate the body. It tends to sweep up the particles instead of like really short pulses that sort of more consistent with actual speech, which, as you can tell, since you speak all fucking day, it doesn't really do that much. I can't go that much longer. I actually have to go walk to yoga right now. Namaste. Have a good one. I don't know, people aren't really watching right now. I'll see if people pick up later, and I'll start doing requests. I think I started a little bit too early with the entire, hey, I'll take requests steely. So when people start watching, I'm gonna do that stuff. Or even if you're the first person to watch a message. If you have any questions, I've got a decent amount of information on this, a personal reservoir of information on this. If you want to talk about any topics just out of personal interest and personal sharing, if there's things I don't know, please clue me in. I'm all about learning, and I'm all about sharing. So, namaste. I'm gonna go to yoga now. Bye-bye.